If you don't know how to get a hold of Dragon Zuniga, this is a channel you definitely want to check out, and a host that definitely will blow your mind. He does it constantly.
Y'all ready?
This is for Hopincin. Boogie Man 11, Spaceship Earth. Enjoy. Peace.
What's up, my good people of the internet, the podcast world, the spiritual, the physical, the metaphysical, and everything and everyone in between. This is your boy Boog. This, my friends, is another amazing episode of your favorite show and mine, Dot Connected Podcast by Boogie Man Channel. I just got done walking my dog. I am out of breath. I am fat and out of shape. I don't want to do it ever again. Whew. I hope everyone's doing good today. I am feeling great. It is Friday. It's Boogie Down Friday to be precise, and I hope you know what that means. It means another amazing episode of Dot Connected Podcast, but we just covered that. So, oh, my friends. And I'm going to put this in front of my face, evidently. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I'm a little fat and sweaty. Guys, something amazing happened, and I'm going to catch you guys up, but right now, you are a part of an experiment, one that you're going to be very happy about. You really are, because you're going to come out the other side with money. Ooh, do you guys like money? I thought you would say yes. I do too. Now, what we are watching tonight is the introduction to something I should have played at a prime time. It is the introduction to our spaceship Earth and our Skydome Atlantis. So, welcome. If you are unaware of the back story, if you're unaware of Skydome Atlantis, period, this is it. This is where it came from. This was the first discovery of Skydome Atlantis ever. This was the most solid evidence that was ever recorded and discovered. This was by a man named Pens Woodman on YouTube, and another man who goes by the name of Chief, who did a review of his video. So we're going to watch the 3 main videos, and then we are going to spiral out into something that I like to call mind fucking, where we are going to rape your cerebral. It's all getting it, okay? We are going to dive into holographic universe so deep, spaceship universe, spaceship Earth, and we're going to dive in so deep to some flat Earth, because that's going to happen by default as we look at this holographic canopy right here on the Earth itself. You are going to see how flat the Earth actually is. For the first time in your life, you're going to be able to see the top and the bottom of the Earth at the same damn time. Now, there's a lot of things that we're going to need to cover as we watch this, but we're not going to do it as we watch it. I'm going to allow you guys to watch it. And then we are going to switch this entire feed over to Big Olive. We're going to Big Olive tonight. It is a promotional thing. We've been asked to do it by the powers that be, the people that own Big Olive, and even YouTube. Bigo and YouTube are partnering together, and they have brought your boy Boog and your baby Beck and your little man London on for the ride, baby. We rubbing elbows with the big dogs. Yes. And my boy Keenan is in the motherfucking house, baby. It's good to see you, sir. Now, this is not going to be a podcast with a bunch of talking in it. It is going to be a podcast with some talking in it, but not a bunch of talking. We are going to cover that a little bit later, but what we need to do right now is we need to do research. And I am so sweaty, and I'm so sorry. It's a good day to be audio only, isn't it? So anyway, let's get started, my friends. Sit back, relax, because this is a bad motherfucker. Now, I want everyone to know what you are about to see, by all intents and purposes, is the biggest damn ship this world, this universe has ever seen, because this solidifies Spaceship Earth. All right, this solidifies everything I've been telling you guys. This is not something that I made up. Spaceship Earth is not just some fallacy I pulled from my rectum. No, I pulled it from a lot of data. I pulled it from a lot of discoveries, and those discoveries included these 3 right here. So what we're about to see is the fuselage of the spaceship that we are on right now, and there it is, which is also known as Venus. All right. Now, what you are looking at, by all intents and purposes, is the planet Venus. Now, I don't think that's hard to see that that's not a fucking planet. All right. Not only is it not a planet, but it is a fuselage. As you can see right there, you can see actual mechanics of the construct on the top and on the bottom. You are then going to see the actual engine room for the ship itself. You're going to notice that the ship engine room is not built for an aircraft. It is built for a boat. Yes, it is a big-ass boat. Now remember, God, the creator, separated the heavens from the waters above, from the waters below, meaning there's a lot of fucking water out there. So it makes a lot of sense that you, my friends, would be in a craft that is made for water. Now that really ticks a lot of people off when they hear it. I can't say I blame you. This is all new to me too, my friends. But it takes a lot of wrapping your head around it, man. This isn't something that NASA was like, here, guys, look, we're lying to you. These are things we found on our own. These are things we weren't pushed to. These aren't things that we were tricked into. All right? There's no trickery going on here. They did an ISS feed, and these guys cracked the fucking code. Look at it. They did all the filtering they needed to. They ripped all the filtering out that they needed to. And voila, they were left with a giant mothership. The same mothership that the Nation of Islam has been looking for since day one through the Prophet Muhammad. Yes, this is it, guys. This is the mothership where Ezekiel's wheel would then be headed towards, right? So Ezekiel's wheel was just a transit ship. It was a ship that picks people up from Earth, takes people over to mothership, and mothership. This is the mothership Zeta, better known to us as Ubiquity Oblivion, UO, which is very catchy. Ubiquity Oblivion. We've been on this ship for so long, guys. We forgot we were even on a ship. Now, remember that we all decided collectively that we would wipe our minds. This is not a trick of Lucifer. I'm sorry. It's a trick of our own doing, because we didn't want to know that we were lying to ourselves, and we were lying to ourselves for protection. We're protecting ourselves and our psyche so that we could understand that things needed to happen. We left our home world. Now, why we left our home world is really up in the air. That is definitely something that we wanted to wipe our memories of for a good reason. I have a feeling it was very devastating. I have a feeling that it was very, very devastating. So I can see why we want to rip our memories out from that. But on this trip, we have decided to rip our memories out, and it's probably because we wanted to level the playing field of all players. We also wanted to understand that there were things that we needed to forget. If you remembered the same thing every lifetime, it would be sort of pointless to even be on an Earth 2.0 or a ship that we're calling Earth, which is modeled directly after the creator's creations, right? We'll say. So I'm sure that in so many ways, this ship is structured after the creator and everything that he's ever made. Now, where that exists is beyond me. Where that exists could be anywhere, but I'll tell you where it's not. It's not here. So when you hear people talking shit about the construct, they're not talking shit about the creator. When they say there's a holographic moon or a fake sun or fake stars, they're not talking shit about the creator. They're talking shit about what's on this ship right now, because that is what we're looking at, and that's what we deal with. So if you are the brainchild that's like, well, what about the people from 10,000 years ago? What were they looking at? I don't give a fuck what they were looking at. I'm talking about here and now. I'm not even sure that there was a 10,000 years ago. I'm not even sure that there were people that were here 10,000 years ago. Because honestly, I feel as if at this point in our lives, we cannot trust a fucking word that we are told by anyone. And so anything that we've ever been told, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm good, man. I'll find my own information. Thank you very much. But without further ado, we are watching Penn Woodsman. We are watching Chief, and they are presenting 3 different videos, which are very good. I mean, very good. Now, please remember, these were taken 8 years ago. Now, the thoughts, the theories, and the ideas are going to be a little different. At the time, these guys thought that this was a UFO that was here to destroy Earth. Well, I'm sure they don't feel like that anymore. But I'll tell you what, these guys were pretty on point for 8 years ago, man. They were really on point. And they understood holographic universe, and they understood simulated reality. They understood all that shit. They also understood that, god damn, that Earth is flat, motherfucker. Holy shit. Now, personally, I want you guys to pay attention to it right there in the front row, right over the DOT and the CON of dot connector, okay? Right there, there is this giant gaping hole, almost to where you can see pipes, track systems, and maybe even some steps that go up onto this holographic canopy. Now, that is indicative, and it is very consistent with the story that we heard about Marduk and how Marduk slammed into Earth in order to create the moon that we know today. Now, we know that that story is bullshit because there's like 5 million moons. So what fucking moon are they talking about? But what they're not bullshit about is that Marduk or some planet slammed into the Earth. Why? It may have been a malicious attack. I don't really know. But I do know that there is a big chunk of Earth missing right there, which allows us to see the top and the bottom of the fucking Earth. I'm telling you right now, it's flat like a cookie, baby. All right, it is very flat. So look, I'm not picking sides here because come on, dude, if you still believe in globe, man, that shit is so lame, dude. I'm like, there ain't no way this Earth is moving. There ain't no way the motherfucker's round. Give up. You bet on the wrong horse. Just move on. God, don't be that douchebag who just won't admit he was wrong. I'm just going to scream out dumb shit now. Oh, please don't. But here, take your ball, go home. You're that dude. Okay, whatever. Now listen, we're going to have some fun tonight, guys. Let's liven it up. Let's stay holographic, if you will. Let's stay loose, baby. And I will check in every once in a while. All right? Take care. Peace. Be with
That one blue. Right off, you see the so-called space station. This light caught my eye. I thought it was a lens flare, but later you'll see it's not. And then I see these hexagon lights, which I had no clue. Okay? So I bring it in about 50 seconds, a minute. You'll start to see a light appear over here. As soon as I find it, there, right here. See it? I'll let it play. It's not playing, of course, so I'm going to have to do this manually. But it goes on. There's the light. Gets bigger, 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 bigger. This light never changes. These spread out a little bit. The ISS is here. But you see, this starts to fade away. Backing it up, backing it up. That's about as big as it gets, I think. And then it starts to fade away. See, it's almost gone. Now, supposedly it went around once. And then it appears again. Right here. But this is different. I have no clue what this is. Okay? Two of them there. I can't make out what that is. And nobody examined those pictures for me. Everybody concentrated on the first light. And then we got all this again. This here. This is all new. More hexagons. Alright? And then let me move to the next video. There's the light, the picture. I'm just gonna let it play through. I'm gonna skip ahead here and there, or else this video will be an hour long. The chief did this for me. These close-ups. That's that original light that caught my attention. Then my friend Shelly ran the light through filler. Now you start to see the structure. Structures here, structure here. Hold on, let me see if I can move the screen over. This is all structures right here. All this, all this. And she goes through several shades. Might be in the next video. Right there. This is one of the best ones. You can see the structures. I don't know what that circle is. Structure, superstructure, all this. Those are all structures. And all this. Everything underneath there. Let me go back. Look, this looks like a flat earth. Let me go back. I don't know how to pause this. But you'll see, it looks like a flat earth right here. With nothing else underneath it. Right there, see? And what's this? Okay, all those pictures, pretty much the same. There's just a picture of the original again. the light coming in. And all they did was run this through color filters. And that's it. Nothing else. There's no CGI. There's no manipulation whatsoever. I mean, that's not CGI. You know, if it was CGI, it would take a NASA scientist, a group of them, probably a year to do all this. This is just being run through filters. These are all just pictures of different filters. Just let them play. See the structures? See the structures? You can see the structures no matter what filter you're in. You can see structures everywhere. Okay? Let me go to the next one. These are close-ups. There's the original light I first saw. Look at the structure built around it. Look at the structures underneath it. All around here. I really get to zoom in on these ones. I'll let this play through a little bit. You can make your own mind up. I'll say this, if I was that good at CGI, which I know nothing about, I'd be making a lot of money. Oh, I want to go back to that one. Sorry, I hit the pause button by accident. If I was that good at CGI, I'd be making a lot of money. Now, I don't know nothing about CGI. You can see the structure around the light. That's the original light from the first video. It came in, got bright, and then faded out and went away. There's the hexagons. You can see superstructure around every one of them. This is that one light that was up here by itself. The chief told me he thought maybe this was a laser system. These are the other hexagon lights, which could be a portal. I don't know. Jim from the Morinati was mentioning that. He picked this stuff up. And sometimes you can see faces going through it. Again, the original light. See the structure. All the structures, all the way. This recording doesn't go the whole way around. I'm saving the last for best. And I'll leave the narration in of what I believe this is. This here you can see all the structures, all the way around. I think that's called pencil mode. I mean, if somebody has a better explanation, let me know. And this here, these circles kind of weird me out. Doing all this stuff. This really weirds me out right here. The way the bottom of the earth just dips, like it really is a flat plane. Yeah, let me go back to that. You see what I mean? Because there's nothing else. See here, there's nothing here. I'll let it play too. I can't figure out how it pauses without pausing and recording. See, that's the plane of the earth. That one blue one's really good. This one here, this is the one that blows me away. It's coming up. Pay attention down here. It's coming up. Coming up. Right here, see? See that? Wish I could have paused it on there a little bit. There's that light, the original light, superstructure. All this is attached. It goes the whole way around. See what I mean? And then here's under the earth, under the plane. That's what I'm thinking. These are even better close-ups of the light. And then you got a building here. Buildings over there. I mean, that's obvious. That's not CGI. I couldn't do that. I don't think Shelly can do it. I know the Chief can't do it. Tim couldn't do it. So either this is real, or I want to show you another video. Joanne Steen shows how they cloak it. I think this is bleeding through the cloaking system, is what I believe. Oops. I don't know how that got there. That's that one blown hexagon light. There's these hexagon lights where Tim said he sees the faces coming through. Oops, go back. Be patient, because I'm winging this. There's no denying superstructure. Those are buildings. Pardon my breathing, got bronchitis, COPD. You can see everything faintly. You'll get a better look at it in the next video. This is one of the best pictures right here. It's clear, it shows. I'll let the pictures speak for themselves. Okay, I think next one is my belief about superstructure, and I'm gonna have to pause this and take my microphone off and let my own narration take over from that video. This is done. Okay, right here, I'm gonna have to pause this. You gotta understand, this whole ship above us is cloaked. I want to leave a link to one of Joanne's videos where she shows how the cloak comes down, and that's why all the shots from the ISS space looks blank, dark. You can't see no stars or nothing. This is from one of my older videos that I had the Chief and No More Hiding analyzed, and my friend Shelly. But This ship goes the whole way around. Look at this. The whole way around. And the ISS is attached to it. This is a lens array. The chief thinks this may be part of a laser system. This is the light I originally caught on the original video.
So I just want everyone to know what's happening right now is that this was one of the original captures. This was by a guy named Ken Woodman. Now, this guy discovered something that later we would find out is much more important than we could have ever guessed. Now, what he's looking at, he believes is a giant ship. And by all intents and purposes, it is. It's the biggest ship you'll ever see. Now, it is not a ship that is separated from the Earth. It is the Earth. We live on a ship, my friend. This is the craft known as Ubiquity Oblivion. It's been our home for many, many generations. So many that we forgot we fucking lived on it. Now you can look at classic art, you can look at culture, you can look at songs, you can look at clothing, you can look at jewelry, you can look at all sorts of antiquities, even hand-carved furniture that show all of this, the track systems, the tether systems, the man-made domes, the creator's dome, the outside wall, the waters above, the waters below, the throne of the Most High. You can see it all. They are not trying to hide it. They were never trying to hide it. They want us to know about it. But can you handle the truth? Can you fully understand what this is and why we're on it? Can you understand that our home is no mas? That what you know in the Bible is old and out of date. And the Creator is out creating somewhere else. He's not creating in this construct any longer. He's created this ship that we're on right now. It's all that we know. It's all that we've ever known. Everything that we've ever seen, loved, touched, remembered, it's all been from this ship. This ship in itself is the provider. And it's run by something called the God system. It's an omnipotent and omnipresent AI built by the Creator himself in order to take over and handle business while he's away. Now, I don't know if he's ever coming back, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not even sure if he ever actually existed. Now, and I mean only in earthly form. Now, as far as a heavenly form, yes, of course. I am a firm believer in the Creator, and I'm a firm believer in intelligent construct and intelligent design. I mean, look at this place. It's hard to say that this wasn't intelligently designed. This is one fucking beautiful place. And it runs just like a Cadillac, baby. But it's hard to look at a giant fuselage. It's hard to look at the engine room, the captain's quarters, the holographic canopy of the Earth. I mean, right in front of us, you can see a big chunk missing, which lines right up with the story of Marduk and how Marduk slammed into the Earth, creating what we know to be the moon. Now, that's just a story, right? Maybe. Although there is a giant fucking missing piece out of the Earth right there in front of us, you can actually see steps that lead down into the giant cracked position that used to be and used to complete the disk of the Earth. Now, that disk is broken. That disk is chipped off the edge. And I have every reason to believe that the story told by the Sumerians in the cuneiform tablets about Marduk and how Marduk slammed into the Earth and bruised his head while he bruised our heel, meaning he slammed into the bottom of the ship with his head. Now, it took me forever to understand that line in the Bible, but I get it now. I really do. Once I finally found this right here. Now, NASA, I don't know if they're stuck in the middle. I don't know what the fuck they are, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if they're friends or foe. I do know that they are the puppet of the DOD, the Department of Defense. I know that they're very smart people and they do the things they are hired to do. In a lot of ways, I feel like they're stuck in between. I mean, who can tell? Honestly, there's a good reason why this place is called the Veil. Leave, levy, evil. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna let it play, but I'm gonna shut it off in like 20 minutes. But anyway, I just wanted to sort of give you a little guidance. I want you to know this is old, and at the time, the guy had no fucking idea what he was looking at. So if he sounds a little stupid, well, you would sound the same way if you found something that's fucking amazing. You would have no idea what the hell you were looking at. And I will start from this point forward, and I'll show you every dot that we can connect that shows you this is where it's at, man. It's not a fucking theory, I'm telling you right now. But anyway, let's keep going, yeah?
Theo, you couldn't see none of this. The Chief and Tim and Shelly, with their programs, found it. Now I want to magnify this, and you're going to see. This is not a camera malfunction. Look at that. Look at this building. Look at these buildings. Look at that. Look at that. Superstructure there. Hold on. Let me move this here screen. Look at that. And it goes the whole way around. That's going to bring up another topic in a minute. See that light? The original one I shot? It's actually on a tower. Same as this. I thought this was a lens flare because on my original video you couldn't see all this in the background because it's cloaked. This is all part of a ship. All of it. The whole way around. Look at this. And it comes the whole way around. It even coming down. And look. It comes around. This brings up something very interesting. If this was a globe, here's the lens array. Look at that. Part of the superstructure. All this. If this was a round Earth, which I don't know whether it's round or flat. I'm leaning towards flat. But look how big this is all part of the ship. Look at that. Hold on, let me back up a little. Look at all this. Here's the ISS right here. It's attached. It's attached to the ship. I mean, that can't be fake. Look at all that. It's cloaked. This one picture says 1,000 words, man. You know, people don't believe this, but how can you not believe it when it's right in front of your eyes? That's a lens system. That's where you get your fake sun, your fake moon, everything. Hold on. It never used to be like that. They're cloaking the sky. They put a layer down to cover the original sky, to block us from going to the kingdom of God, heaven. That's exactly what they're doing. This is a polyon. That's exactly what's happening. Call me crazy, whatever, but I'm telling you, that's what's happening. When Chicken Little said the sky's falling, one of these days, the sky's gonna fall. You know what it's gonna be? All this junk falling down on the earth. That's your wormwood, that's your Nibiru, that's all of it. Look at that. The secret space program, that's been going on for decades. I mean, here's your proof. What more do you want? What more do you want? It encompasses the whole Earth. This fisheye lens from the ISS where I filmed this, the Earth's flat.
Wow. That was a big one. All right. There is this sound of like a bouncing ball going on the entire time. It is driving me crazy. But I wanted to interrupt for a second because I wanted to go back. Look at this fucking city, dude. How have I never seen this thing? I can't believe that this got past me. Now, not only is it a fucking huge city, look at the entities coming out of the damn side of it, man. Now, this is not something that these guys talk about. It's almost like they don't even friggin' notice it. Not only are they not noticing it, none of them did any filtering from, I mean, they don't talk about it. They're not talking about doing any filtering to this side of the image. So I'm not sure why it's popping up the way it's popping up. I'm not sure why it's so visible. And I'm also not sure why the hell they're not talking about it. Because, in my opinion, it looks absolutely amazing. Now, look, this light that you're looking at right here is Mars, all right? It's also, you know, intents and purposes. I know I say that a lot. It is made to look like a lens flare of the moon or the sun. I mean, obviously, the moon is not bright enough to put off a lens flare like this. So we can safely assume that this is Mars. This is how close they are. So right now, if you wanted to know how big Mars actually is, you're looking at it right here. And it is very close. And I guess technically it is not in the atmosphere, but I think anything in lower Earth orbit is considered in the atmosphere. And that's not just boogie talking. That is new updates to our mainstream science. So mainstream astronomy, they are constantly making little updates and they release them on the internet, but they're not going to invite you to, hey, we made this brand new update to astronomy that you're probably going to want to know about. Now, everything is considered in the atmosphere, but really, to be perfectly honest, if you look up, is the moon in the atmosphere? It'll say yes. Is the sun in the atmosphere? It'll say yes. And then it extends the Kármán line. So if you guys don't know what the Kármán line is, it is the agreement of where low Earth orbit starts. A lot of people will call it the line that depicts space, right? Well, it is not space per se. It is low Earth orbit. In case you guys don't know, space is considered deep space, which is just past low Earth orbit. Now, low Earth orbit starts at 60 miles, which is the Kármán line, and extends out to, I want to say, 400 miles, which is right where supposedly the Van Allen radiation belts are. Now, I am not a believer in the Van Allen radiation belts. What I am a believer in is the end of the construct. I am a firm believer in something called Spaceship Earth and that Creator's Dome, right? I've been calling it the Creator's Dome because what the hell else are you going to call it? It is the firm and unbreakable area of space of the construct that you ain't getting by, baby. You're not getting past. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a depiction of an entity right here in front, smack dab in the center. This is the same face that Shelly Mantooth was just on here less than a month ago, telling us that this is the face of God. Now, I can't say if that's true either way. All I can say is on the same day that she said that she got that information from Metatron, which is the angelic name for our boy Enoch. That was the same day that I saw this exact face in my trees. Now, I didn't just see it in the tree. It wasn't willy-nilly. It wasn't like a piece of newspaper flew up and got stuck in the tree. No, what I saw was the entire tree took shape to look like this face and its body. And he was on like a hoverboard or some shit. Now, before she even showed me that thing, I was already showing her the image. She said, "Oh my God." She was freaking out. Then I freaked out. And everybody that was on the show with us that night freaked out. Like, dude, we connected some serious dots that night. And those dots were all about the creator. Now, I don't know if there's a difference between God and the creator, because honestly, I feel like there could be, right? If you are the owner of a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, you got your CEOs, you got your CFOs, you got your presidents, you got your owners. You also have your board of directors, your board of trustees. You've got your stockholders. You have got people that are running options, hedge funds, people that are hedging futures and commodities. There are a lot of people that are behind the scenes that, God damn, I'm sweating like a beast today. It's a hot day today. Anyway, there are a lot of bosses behind the scenes. So when they say that everyone has their boss, you goddamn right they do, brother. Now, notice that right beside Mars, we are seeing a hook on a string, my friends. Now, that hook is depicted in a lot of ancient artworks and antiquities. That hook is very important. That hook is, well, it's how they retrieve a lot of things. It's how they fake a lot of rocket launches. It's how they fake a lot of, well, a lot of things. They fake a lot of shit with this hook. This hook is the opposite. It does the opposite job of what I showed you guys the other day, which is the what we call that, the crane. There's a huge crane arm that comes out of the sky as well from this same Sky Dome Atlantis construct. Guys, if you want to know what's up there, remember, as above, so below. So whatever's down here is up there, right? We are a perfect reflection of our, what do they call those? Our byproducts, or not our byproducts, our I don't know what they call them. I don't know. People probably, they probably don't look like us though. They probably, if I am not mistaken, the people that live up there on, what would you even call that? Because it's, I guess it could be Earth number 2, or it could be the inside of the planet that we are also located within. So we are located within a planet that seems to be 100% made of water. Now, the water that I'm speaking of, though, is the same water that is used in the waters above. It is not the kind of water that comes out of your faucet. It is, in fact, the type of water that is called heavy water. It's the same water that you'll find inside of cooling tanks for radiation labs and radiation power plants. There's this stuff called heavy water, and what it is it is water that was used to create things like hydrogen. And so what they did was they put a positive and negative charge within that water. They ran the voltage up and they brought it to a boil almost instantly. And well, this is how they make radiation, guys. So they bring these waters to ridiculous temperatures, using the chemicals and using the materials in order to bring it up to those levels. And so these things get so ridiculously hot that they do not cool down for a really long time. It is some really scary shit. It's like some stuff that you do not think about. Regular people don't think about it at all. All right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is like it looks like a chunk of moon right there to the left-hand side just by the hook. And I wonder, oh no, or maybe it's just a peg in order to wrap that damn hook around. But just to give you sort of a feel as to how big that damn hook is. Now, it is not as big as the damn fuselage and the the ship that we're looking at right now. It's nowhere close to that, but I'm sure it has got some lengthy and girthy parts to it. I'm sure you wouldn't want to get whacked in the head with that if it was on full swing. Now, I'm going to stop talking. All right, Chief is about to get on here, and if he's not about to get on here, I'm just gonna fast forward because I'm not. I got nothing against Penn Woodman, but goddamn, this boy's boring. Fucking A. And I don't feel like being put to sleep tonight. Chief is really funny. Chief talks a lot like I do. He's very matter of factly, and so I'm just gonna get to him because I can relate with this guy. He knows what he's talking about. He speaks well, and he gets to the fucking point where this guy Penn Woodman, fucking A, dude. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So stand by, you beautiful bastards. And then just as he's about to sign off, we have a surprise for you guys. We're going to talk about some things, ways you can make some money instantly, like tonight. And we need you guys to help. So, and I'm not talking, we're going to ask for money. We're not asking for money. We're going to offer you money to do us a favor. And it's an easy one. So collect, you know what I'm saying? So we'll be right back with all of that. So let's watch Chief's part, and then then let's start doing some doozy for koozie. You know what I'm saying? No, you probably don't, but we'll figure it out. Bye.
You know, it's like that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7 at perimeter.
To cover the original sky. To blow. That's exactly what's happening. Call me crazy, whatever. But I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Whole Earth.
Sorry, I'm trying to get just one last look at that city. You can see that it just. I saw that we were just about to put on Chief, but then damn man, I just saw a really good depiction of that city, and I'm trying to get it just one last time, but god damn, it's not very easy to rewind and fast forward on this system that we are using here called what is this called? StreamYard. It is just the worst fucking thing. Now, I'm not talking shit about StreamYard. Yes, I am. It fucking sucks. Don't get it. And they're fucking bastards.
At perimeter, okay, of the Earth.
All right,
I don't care what
this
you
is
think
deep.
the shape of it is. It doesn't even matter. We're in a building.
It doesn't matter.
really matter.
There
Look,
we go.
I got to tell you right now, there's no globe sitting inside the middle of the building, right, turning. It's just not happening. So the only thing moving in this whole giant structure is the center part and the track up top, right? Even the Earth track itself is not moving. There's things moving on it, okay? They're all over the place, guys. It seems to me that they're coming right out of the blue. And we've heard that statement before, phrases like a bolt from the blue, right? What's a bolt from the blue? Guys, you can't even see. In some storms, a bolt from the blue would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 miles away where the actual storm nucleus is, and that bolt will hit your area. Now, we already know that these are machines, these lightning. I'm starting to hear that from the larger channels now. Isn't that something? After 3 years of talking about the machines creating weather, now we're starting to see them push, oh, we have lightning machines up there. Now, this is... and then Penn Woodsman will sit there and laugh at you and tell you the same thing. We've been talking about this forever. It has. It's been talking about it forever, and now they're starting to get it. They're not just getting it, guys. They're trying to get away from the fact that this truth is going to come out, and they got nothing they can do to stop this. This is an absolute building. That black part is a lie. That black part is an absolute lie because there are structures along the perimeter of this building. There are not only structures, there are cities above this. That's what they're hiding. Above that track, there's even cities above that blue. That blue, when you look up, is a ceiling. It's an absolute ceiling structure. And it almost looks like a retractable roof. Almost. If I can fit this in and figure this out, guys, I can tell you right now, the whole thing is going to change eventually because the whole, everything up there is completely cloaked and it's filtered out, so we can't see it. So we're going to just sit here and we're going to slowly but surely pull back, the covers on this thing. And we're going to see that wall back there is, you're not going anywhere, okay? You're not going anywhere, guys, except inside this building. All right, that when you go from here to there, anywhere in the world, you're still inside this building. You're not getting out of the building, and that's what they're hiding. They're hiding eternal space doesn't exist. Okay, they're just hiding. The Catholic Church, everybody's hiding this. No one wants to teach right? That we are in a building that God created. Nobody. But all this stuff, you can see there's filters over every picture that you get. Every one of them. And this is the picture that I took right here, this one. And then a couple of these with the white. Like he cut a couple filters with drawings on it. And his friend, I can't remember her name, I'm sure he'll let me know. She did some editing here, guys, a long time ago to pull this structure completely out. And when I saw the structure that he had, I couldn't believe some of the stuff that I was picking up. What we're seeing are structures that are coming through the veil. The veil is not a veil not that veil, but the veil that they put over it. So that whole gray area and underneath of it down here, all this, there's something there. But they're filtered it out, guys. Look what they did. I know they filtered it because I'm a master at this editing bullshit. I can see the compression. All right, I can see it. And not to mention, when I edit it, small parts, right? And I edit it in little pieces, I can see the filter get pulled away like somebody just drew a pen over it. You know what I mean? They literally, guys, cut this diagram out and put this filter over top of it. This is what they do up there. This is what their job is. Their job is not any other thing but electronics, but it's deceiving the public by making these videos and hiding them. It's obvious, guys, that right here is blocked out. It's all filtered out. All this stuff up here. And down here, there's a track. It can extend. You can see the track right there. They filtered it right off of there. And underneath, you can see the track. Okay, you can see it. And that massive machine out there is just one building that's in the front. This whole wall has massive amounts of buildings on them, not to mention cities around the perimeter, it looks like. You can see it. You can see that where the wall of this firmament is, there's cities on it. Also, here you can see, here, you can see tracks, okay, and machines and shit. This is what this is. This whole top circuit board right there is a grid, all right, and you can't see past it. I'm gonna tell you right now, this, I believe what we're seeing, the blue part is this stuff, this ceiling. There's a ceiling here or something. And it looks retractable at times. It's insane, guys. We're just starting to scratch the surface of this. So, these are my opinions only. I don't want to hear anything about it, okay? This is an opinion. I don't have the facts, obviously, because if I had the facts, we wouldn't be wasting all of our time trying to figure out the real history of this world if they would have just gave us the facts, right? Like Joe Friday on Dragnet, man. Just the facts, ma'am. The FBI, just the facts. You can see that they filtered that out. This is a whole massive track over top, and then there's a big city around it. And there's structures on top of it, and I'm going to show you the pictures because they're obvious. All right, they're just obvious. You can see the lines. For one, you know there's structures there. This thing here that's coming out, this one, it's showing because it's so darn close and so large, and I don't know what it is. It almost looks like a damn grid, like a transformer, like some kind of reactor or something. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's huge. It's like, if I take a scale size of something that I see on here that I think that I might know what the size is, this is close to 300 to 400 stories high, which makes it 4 times bigger, okay, than the World Trade Center, the new one. Got me? This thing is massive, guys. We are just beginning to scratch the surface here. There's so much going on. You can see the tracks right there. You can see, look, you can see where they filter. They cut this whole thing out right there, guys. The whole thing is cut. You can see it's a perfect line, a filtering line. And when I'll show it to you, I'll show you the compression marks when we look at it. So there's more to this than meets the eye. This picture just keeps coming back because there's something in this picture that God wants us to show, and we haven't shown it yet. All right? That's why things do this. All right? Good people get good results from good things when they deal with good people. Okay? And that is a connection to God. Love and connection and brotherhood. That type of energy is a connection to God, and that will emanate around all of you. Okay? And like minds will find things out from others. And this is why Penns Woodman does this, because the more he puts this out, and somebody must be telling Penns Woodman in his head, and it must be the Holy Spirit, that you need to keep putting this out, because someone out there is going to see something that I'm trying to show you that you guys haven't seen yet. Okay, I don't know who that person is, but even on this picture, you can see, okay, and I can't zoom it in. I'll zoom in on the picture. You can see underneath. Okay, let me zoom it out. At the bottom here, okay, you can even see where the filter ends. Okay, and it's right here. You can see they literally colored this in with a paintbrush. That's what it looks like. They manually blocked out everything, and it's look what you're seeing right here. That's an actual track over top of our world. Okay, when they're above here, they're on the firmament track. There's a track up here that these machines move on, and when they come out of the blue, you can't see them. They're already here. These manifestations from the sun carousel are already here. These are massive machines, guys. On the top of the sun carousel, these are massive. I call them mastodons or sleds. They're gigantic cylinder heads that come off the track, and they start busting out matter and shit like that across the track. And then they start forming the aerials that way. But there are already machines. Okay? There's already machines here that God created that we don't know about. Obviously, we don't know about what's going on up there because they're hiding everything. How do you think why do you know it would be substantiated to say that they're hiding it all, and this is why we don't know. I can see the filter marks on here, guys. This is an amateur job. I'm sorry, but whoever filtered this for NASA is an amateur. And I think they do this on purpose. They know you can't get to the positions, right, to get these pictures, to really see what's going on up there. So they're just going to fake it. And they don't really care how cheap it is. As long as you can't see it, that's all that matters. We can continue lying. But look, if you look down here, I'm telling you right there, you can see that the track extends across. This is blocked. There's something there that they wanted to block out, obviously. And all this on this wall, okay, is nothing more than a structured wall that you're not leaving the building. You're just not going anywhere. You could go anywhere you want, all right, on this earth, except outside the perimeters of it. And that's what they're blocking. There are walls and buildings there, and let's get to the pictures. I'm going to show you what I see, in my opinion, and maybe you can shed some more light on that, or there's someone else out there that's watching. Okay, hold on. All right, now, the first thing you want to look at is there's stacking marks. You see the stacking marks? There's something there, okay? You see those lines? There's something there, okay? You can see where they stacked the filter right there. You can see that the filter is sketchy. Okay, that light right there, whoever brought this light up on this picture, all right, shows the separation of the filter and the real stuff, okay? And you see that they completely blacked that out. I had a hell of a time pulling this filter off. This is painted on with some kind of CGI. This is some kind of shit that, you can see that it's amateur, but you can't see behind it unless you continue to peel it away like a micro banana. Okay? Now this picture here says a lot. Look at this. Do you see the diff? There's something else here, guys. There's something going on. That is a track. That's what's above us every day that you can't see. And I believe right above that is the blue sky. And I believe that blue sky not to be that far off. Okay? And something else is going on above all this. Obviously, look. Do you see? That's a massive structure. Look at it. But that structure doesn't just stop there, friends. No. It doesn't just stop there. The structure continues. Okay, let me pull it down. Around the outside of the structure, and it goes all the way down to the base, and it continues. Okay? There's more here than meets the eye because, and obviously, look at that right there. There's a slab of something solid right there above it. And you can see that it's attached above that. They're hiding the firmament is what they're doing. We can see the track. I can see the track almost in every picture now. All right. And we can also see that there's a sky above it, whether it be gray, blue, dark, or black, or whatever it is at night. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, all the stuff that's going on above this, we have no idea. We can't see it. And there's so much going on up there that it's insane. All right, let's take some shots of the pictures. This thing close up looks like a reactor of some type of, it's almost like a machine. And it's big, guys. It's big. Compared to the actual camera and the arm holding this, it's massive, this thing. And you're not even right next to it. Now, here's a good filter. Check this filter out, Pens Wisdom. I guess you got that from your friend. And this filter shows the makings of the outlines of it. Okay? The actual structure itself. There's the makings of it. So there's something there they're hiding. And you can see, as we took and filtered the brown, or whoever filtered the brown, you can see the filter is pasted in against the background. Okay, and I took some editing. I did a little editing, and now you can start to see, you see the highlighting. This is going to give you, this is it, guys. This is the proof, okay? People don't understand this. I get it. That's all right. They don't tell people stuff, guys. Just because you learn it in school and you go to college and learn it don't mean you understand everything and that you know anything about anything, to be honest with you. When you go to college and you learn what they tell you to learn, you're literally learning something that fits the agenda. When you have a mind of your own, like myself, who don't listen to people, right? That's always a pain in the ass, isn't it, when you're growing up? He never listens to anybody. He always does his own, because I don't believe. When people tell me lies and I have everybody around me agreeing in it, right? I understand. I'm not stupid. I understand that I'm on my own with this shit, because everybody else is sleeping at the wheel here. If I think something's wrong and the rest of the world doesn't, then I'm going to go in there and find out why I'm wrong, right? But I don't think I am. But you can see the highlight marks around it. See how it's highlighted lighter blue right there? This proves that there's a filter or painted brush or something covering the outside of this, okay? And what they did, it looks like they did, was they drew circles around the objects, or they outlined the objects, okay, before they did that. Now go to the next picture. See, yeah, the purple is starting to come off of it. Now you're starting to see it. Take a look. Hold on. You see, as I edited that more, you can see the filters are coming off slowly. All right, I'm going to show you right here. You can see the purple outline. Okay, there's a structure here. And it just keeps looking bigger and bigger. You know why? Because this whole thing is part of a structured wall. And there's a city right below it. And this thing right here might be one of the things that actually power the Earth. We don't know that. We have no idea what that is. Look at it. It's a massive machine. It's like a factory. Right? But it's a massive machine. It looks like some kind of machine that has a purpose. And obviously, it's embedded into the ingrained structure. So we know if God built it, it's got a purpose. And either way, even if God didn't build it, it still has a purpose because it's there and it's obvious, right? As you see again, now you can start to see the proof of the compression errors. You see them all over the place? Do you see how the buildings are starting to come into view? Guys, this is like a city. It's like another world. I mean, I don't even know what else to say to you. What do you say about stuff like this? When you sit there and you see buildings and skyscrapers and machines and all kinds of different things that you've never seen before or don't even know how to explain it, but you see it on top of the world, right? And you look up in the sky and you can't see anything but blue. Well, then logic should tell you something's in the way, right? Because my eyes are not lying to me. That's a whole city-like structure. And that is so big that I don't even know what to say about it. I swear. It almost looks like the sun structure from behind. From behind the sun. We never talk about any of that, do we? We don't talk about behind the sun because we're told that the sun is a sphere, just like the moon. But we also know that the moon has a dark side, right? What is the dark side of the moon, guys? There's no dark side of the moon. The dark side of the moon is what the moon represents, the dark, okay? That's what it is. There's a back to everything that has a front, okay? They're not round balls. You can't just turn them and say, oh, I see the same thing all over the place. They're structures.
I'll tell you what's on the other side of that moon, and it is called the back fucking wall, baby, because that's really what's happening. When you get on the other side of the moon, what you are going to see is a 3-part track system. Now, I've shown this in the past. I've shown this a lot of times, but on the other side is a 3 prong track system, the same one that was running right by this ship, right by the fuselage. Now, guys, I want you to look at this fuselage because it is absolutely amazing, the things that it shows. Now, notice there is a pyramid right there in the center. And you can see if you look really close that it's not alone, that it probably has two other pyramids along with it. Now, you can also see from the very existential and very esoteric looking objects and things that you can spell the word Lucifer on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you can spell the name Yah, right? And so another thing I'm noticing, I think you could even spell the name Jesus, but I'm not quite sure about that. Now, what I've learned recently is that figure 8 shape that we're seeing right there that look like goggles, that is the fuselage, which is also the planet Venus. Now, this is the reason why Venus is always out of focus. This is the reason why it's always too damn bright. You can never get any texture. You can never get any detail. I mean, you're either taking a picture of a really overexposed planet, which is far too bright for what it is, or you are taking a picture of just this blurry, God, it's just a mess. And this is the reason why, because they are trying to hide this shit in plain sight. Now, there's a lot of times where you don't forget about Bex. Well, no, I'm not. Hold on. What does she mean by that? Does she think that I am? Oh, that way you guys can add her. Sorry, she's going to get some ice right now. She had me worried. Like, she doesn't really think I forgot about her, does she? Like, you're my wife, baby. I don't forget about you. Oh, I'm sorry. I can never remember what the hell your name is on there because she's always like, I think it's Bex. And you're like, okay, I just spent an hour looking for Bex and I can't find her, you know. But then you find out it's Boogie Bex or it's Bex or what was the other one you were calling yourself for a while? All right. Just don't want to get into it. So we have got a thought theory, an idea for you guys, an idea. Now, what is happening tonight is a special night. Boogie and Bex have been invited to assist Bigo and assist YouTube in becoming one. They are getting married. They're starting a partnership. And in this partnership, what they are creating is standalone, their own entertainment, their own shows. They're now going to have their own series. And we have been invited as one of the official hosts to become a series of our own. So they have assigned us something really cool. And that assignment is to make our own show, our own series. So I have been working on that series and I didn't get much time to do it, but I've been working on it for the past 24 hours. We are going to watch that tomorrow night. The entire night is going to be dedicated to that show, that series, right? I'm so sorry. It's not I Am Boogie anymore. It is Skydome Atlantis. I am so sorry, Kimby. Thank you for telling me that. Guys, my secondary channel is not I Am Boogie. It is Skydome Atlantis now. I'm sorry. They made me change it. Why was that? Because I was gifting myself, I think. And I wasn't supposed to do it under my own name because I guess you can get kicked out for that or something. Anyway, point is, we are throwing an event this weekend with Imogen Eris. I don't know if you guys... Yes. She's even doing it tonight. She's doing karaoke. We're going to have stand-up comedy. We're going to have live cooking classes. What? Yes, and tons of gifts. We got lotto. We've got lottery. We've got spinning the wheel. We've got blackjack. We've got 21. We have got gambling. We've got girls. We've got fire blowers and sword swallowers and nut jugglers. London biters. Yes, we're going to have London coming around and biting everyone. And evidently, boogie shiners. We're going to see how many people want to, how shiny Boog can make other people because he's really good at making himself shiny. So anyway, Skydome Atlantis. Everything is one word, I believe. I think you have to do it like that, right? No, it's not I Am Boogie anymore. It's Skydome Atlantis. Your actual... Yeah, the ID. So try Skydome Atlantis as my secondary channel. See if you can't find me under there. But my main channel is Boogie Man channel, obviously. That is all one word. I don't think it matters if it's lowercase or not. All right, Misty World has installed. All right. What's wrong, man? Hey, stop, dickhead. God, we have got the most divine puppy with the most divine thinking skills. His brain is just always working at top notch. Let me tell you. Yes, it is. So we have decided to allow our dog to keep his testicles because we are not mutilators of the testicular kind. So we are allowing him to keep his genitalia. We're probably not going to mate him. Yes, we are.
I would love that.
Yeah, me too. I want to be a grandpa. Anyway, so we have been instructed tonight to end our stream and invite everyone to come over to the new stream. Now, but we also want you guys to come to, actually, you can come or you don't have to. It's up to you. But what we need is to make it look like we're going to have a big turnout for our event this weekend. Whether it's a big turnout or not, we don't care. Honestly, because we're going to be so fucking tired from all the streaming anyway, that I don't know if I can take another fucking event. Honestly, I might even would much rather just, hey, nobody showed up. Oh, damn. Maybe I'll just take the night off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking tired, man. But the point being is, I would love if you guys could help us out. Get that thing away from him right now, please. No squeaking during streaming hours. Anyway, point of the story is here, guys. He might have the same name, Uncle, but he is not under BGO Live, I don't think. And if so, that's going to be a really bad. Oh, I see your sky, dumb Atlantis. So am I. This is weird. Anyway, so what was the point here? Help me out. We're trying to get a big turnout.
No,
so
I mean, it's gonna be fun anyway.
Actually,
like this is better.
Well, it's not just that, but we're supposed to do this switch over right now, and I really want to make a good impression because I really want my own series. Guys, we are going to pay everyone to actually download tonight and come over there right now, okay? You don't have to stay long. You just have to come over there.
You get beans.
And, well, that's what I'm saying. So we are going to pay everyone 500 beans. The first 20 people that come over is getting 500 beans.
Oh, it looks like you doubled it. But
What?
that's okay. He doubled the amount.
Oh,
Ooh,
sorry.
He's feeling generous. Yeah, it's actually hard to get 500 beans.
It is. It's a lot of damn beans. So listen.
That's why only the first 20.
All right, first 20 people, the wife has okayed it. The first 20 people that come over there, all I need is just a screenshot. Actually, just write me in BGO. That should do it. But you know, obviously take a screenshot of you downloading it, and that's it. That's all I need. Then in BGO, just write me from there. Show me your screenshot, and we will. That's right. And we will pay you guys 500 beans over in BGO, and that's a lot of damn beanage, guys. Yeah.
And then that can start you off to just like.
It's a good welcome. Yeah, it really is.
Gamble with it.
You guys can gamble. You can make money. You can lose money. You can tip people. You can tip your host, the people who paid you.
or you could just use it and not use it again, whatever you want.
There's that too. Or you could just save it for a rainy day, just like your grandma. And then you could write checks to people for $4.32 or something on their birthday. Or how about a check for $12.02? I've gotten one of those before. Grandmothers are so fucking weird.
Must be a numbers thing.
No, I'm just wondering who the hell writes a check for like $4.55 for a birthday? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a check for $4.55? You know. Anyway, so this is us switching over to the brand new BGO Live. We're gonna do the rest of our stream over in BGO Live. Now, here's the thing about BGO Live. It's behind the scenes, so we're not probably gonna do much more video. Actually, we'll probably end up watching what we just did, or we'll watch the rest of it.
We could do the screen share.
Yeah, we'll do the screen share. Yeah, we'll do a group chat.
You can come in, actually.
Yes, you can. And so anyone who wants to join and actually be a part of the stream, now's the time. You can actually be a part of it. So, no, there's no live yet, Kim. We're still here.
Yeah, we didn't turn it on yet.
Yeah, we didn't turn it on yet, Kim. So, guys, we're here. We're about to go over there right now, though. So
we'll give you a chance to download it.
Yeah. We were just giving you guys a chance to download it. So all you have to do, hang out on our profile. You'll see it says live. As soon as we're live, all you do is click on that, and boom, we are all in business. All right.
And we'll leave this on so people know what's happening.
That's right. So, I guess we have to use that on the. That's too late now.
Just use it now, I guess.
That's too late. No, they already used the other link.
Not everybody. I mean, maybe
It's whatever. Anyway,
you still have to use it.
yeah, whatever.
Here, I'm gonna put this just in case if you haven't and you decide like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send you the link.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they knew that we already had a link. You know. Anyway, whatever. We're not gonna involve you in that dumb shit. Anyway, we'll be over there in like 2 seconds. We'll see you guys real soon. Bye bye. Oh, leave it on?
Yeah, just so if they have questions.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You'll
Where's
see
my
it.
phone, by the way?
Oh,
Okay. All right.
You
You know what? Yeah, we'll
We'll
just.
give me a multi on yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Okay.
multi. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? We might as well keep it live. That way, everybody knows what the hell's going on.
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
And then we'll see in real time who's good.
That's right.
And maybe I could do real time transferring you beans.
There it is. Yeah, so everybody can see that everyone's getting paid. Here we go.
Up and up.
The up and up. We've always been up and up, and I want everyone to know that we don't make promises that we can't keep. Like, I really will kill you.
Which one are you doing?
What's that?
Atlantis one or which one?
No, I'm doing. All right, so I'm on Boogie Man channel right now. I'm about to go live there. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm always punching this damn thing. And we are live.
Oh,
I am Boogie. This is Boogie Man channel and Dot Connector podcast. Welcome to Bigo, baby.
And let me join in.
Yes, you join in,
Yes.
baby.
And
No.
and you can stream that.
That's right.
If we could actually find that link.
All right. So anyone who has already downloaded the app, all you have to do is just go to Boogeyman channel on Bigo Live, click on the live button, and you'll see that you can join immediately. This is me, right? Yeah. So I've done the multi-room, which I've always wanted to do. I want everybody, I'm trying to collect as many people as possible. If I can get 10 people to fill up every seat, I think that would be pretty damn awesome.
Well, yeah, I can actually, whoever's on here, I could actually give them the money now.
Yes.
As they're online.
Exactly. So,
You'll
all right,
see.
there we go. So we got Lisa Lewis in the house. What up?
Oh, she in there already?
Yeah, she's there.
Oh, she's
Hi.
Let me transfer you some.
All right, cool. So,
Let me get in
are you at work, Lisa? You're at work? She's got her rope.
there.
Is she on a what is that? Like a walkie-talkie or something? Huh? Sounds like it. All right. You know, the cool thing about the multi-room too is that we can watch videos in it. I like that part.
We can share like a live show and watch it all together in the room.
Exactly. We can have movie nights here. And Kim B's in the house. What's up, Kim? Good to see you. Now, guys, if you get on here and you don't want to show your face, no problem. All you do, there is down here in the bottom. God, it's hard to do this backwards. There is a button with 3 lines on it. Those 3 lines, if you click on that, there is an icon that says camera. If you click on the camera, it will turn your camera off. All right. Damn it. All right. There you go. It'll turn your camera off. Now, if you want to turn off your audio, down here at the bottom, you'll see a little icon for a microphone. Just click on that microphone. It'll turn your audio off. That's all you got to do. Now, that's just turning your audio off. That doesn't mean you're not going to be able to hear. Okay. So you can still hear. You just can't talk. So anytime you want to, Misty World's in the house. I see DuckTales is in here too.
Oh, wow. We can make the room bigger.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. So yeah, so we got so far Lisa Lewis is in here. Kim B's in here.
You can make it bigger.
What?
You can make it bigger.
I don't know how to do this shit.
Let's see. I'll show you.
All right, cool. All right, so there we go. We got Bex in the house. Good to see you, ma'am. Oh man, look at all that hair I just pulled out. That was a winner. Damn. Oh, too bad I can't make myself a fucking wig. All right, so I like this room, guys. So you're able to do like, I don't know, like Bex said you can make them bigger. I don't know why you would need to make it bigger, but if you wanted to make it bigger, you could do, I don't know, 10, 12, 14, 15, whatever. Buddy Chain's in the house. I do know Buddy Chain as well. Let me turn on the fire on this room. So that's right. So this is how you boost the room and you can get people going. So if you share it, if you chat in it, if you do anything, it boosts the fire in this place, right? It makes it really popular. And then all of a sudden, people just start showing up out of nowhere. I mean, honestly, we have gotten people in here like 3,000 people deep before. Like, dude, this Bigo app is crazy cool.
Let me make it bigger.
Yeah, okay. They give you a lot of tools, anything you need. So if there's people out there that want to do podcasting, or if you want to just run a room, if you want to just make money, you can do that as well. It is good for a lot of things. Looking at part of a bridge or from the side of that Goes through the canopy. Yes. Okay. So he was talking about that earlier. Mario said that he might be looking at a bridge, so that we're looking at a bridge here on the screen right now, or at least we were looking at it earlier. And I got to agree. What we're looking at is the track system. So those three pipes that are coming out of the top of this fuselage, we can only see that little bit of it, but that is the track system. It goes right through this fuselage. It goes through the canopy of the Earth. It goes through the entire construct. There are three. Those are the main ones. And in very ancient artwork, you'll see a lot of depictions of those three track systems. You'll see deities wearing this big giant necklace. That is a depiction, or like a lot of times it'll be a big giant necklace with three stripes on it to represent the three track systems. Or you'll actually just see them wearing three of them that are really long, like overly long. And you know that it's got to be a symbol or a sign for something. Well, it is. It's a sign or a symbol for these damn three track systems. These track systems are absolutely amazing. I knew that once we could prove those three track systems actually existed, anything else was possible to me. You know what I mean? I believe that the track systems, in my humble opinion, are the cornerstone for all this weird shit. And if those track systems can be up there, then think about what else can be up there, right? Now, I found something really fucking cool the other day. Truth in plain sight, my friends, and I've got to show you this shit. It is so cool. So I was looking at the United Nations the other day, right? So let's look at the UN map here for a second. Let me pull one up. United Nations map. All right. So the United Nations rolls with two separate maps, okay? One of them is just like a flat earth looking map. The other one looks like an oval. Now check this shit out. Let me share my screen. All right, here we go. So
Sorry, trying to manage two cameras at the same time.
just look beautiful. That's all you got to do. Now, this, let me show. Okay, so right here, can somebody tell me if we're looking at the UN maps, if that's what you're seeing on the screen? I'm pretty positive, but I just want to be sure. Now, like I said, there are two separate maps, and here they are. Both of them flat earth maps, but one of them is bare bones. It is just a skeleton, and the other one is actually detailed. Now, the cool thing about the detailed one is something that has snuck by all of us this entire time, and we never, ever knew it. And I'm going to show you the truth in plain sight that we've been missing since day one. And, all right. It is clear enough. It's getting there. It's clear. Let's say it's clear enough, right? Now, right away, we see these lines, right? All of them. Now, you notice that they're straight in a lot of areas, and in other areas, they start to get jagged. They start to get twisted. And you're like, well, that must just be pixelation. Well, my friends, I don't think it is pixelation. And the reason why is because if you get close to them, in some places, you can actually see breakage. In other places, you can actually see that the Earth itself actually hooks into it. Now, here's a good one. Right there, you can actually see to where it contours around the actual Earth, right? Now, obviously, it doesn't contour around the Earth. What it does do, though, is it is probably exactly where, if you were to zoom into it, that is where it's being held up at, though. Now, this UN map, now this isn't the greatest one to use, but you get the idea, and you can do this on your own. Now, right here, you can actually see where it disappears for a second, and you can see that there is a hole, an entrance point, and you can actually see an exit point here on the other side. And so that's the reason why it disappeared, because for a split second, it actually goes into the Earth and then out the other side. The UN map is not just a map showing the construct. It is a map that actually shows, what do we call this? The grid, the power grid, the ley lines, if you will, the actual ley lines, the ones that are actually provable, right? And we can actually see they're showing us exactly where it's being held up at and how it's being held up. Now look at that. You can see all of the contact points on this this particular swath of land, which is South America, right? So here in South America, we can actually see where it's held up. Now, here in the United States, there's not actually many contact points. I was actually surprised. Now, right here in Mexico would probably be one of the closest points. Now, here's the trippy part. In Texas. That is right here on the 10 is exactly where Beck and I caught the damn thing. We actually saw this line. I don't know what to call it, because remember, this can also act as anything it needs to. It could be the space elevator, which it probably is. And so this space elevator would be right here in this area, and this grid point, oh, damn it. Sorry, I got knocked over. All right. Right here, driving through the 10, which is right here, is exactly where you would see this junction point, exactly where you would see this this cloak line. Now, why wouldn't this thing, if it is all pixelation, then why wouldn't this thing be all jagged as well? Because it's still on a curved plane as well. There are no straight points anywhere on this grid. I guess there are, not many though. But this wouldn't be one of those straight lines. As you can see, this is actually just as curved as any of them. And there's no pixelation on it. The reason why there's no pixelation is because it's not actually curved. What it is a collection of straight lines that are welded together, I'm sure, some way, shape, or form, unless it's crystalline or some other material that you and I have never heard of, never worked with, or never seen, and never probably ever will see again. Now, you can actually see a flag right here. That flag is indicative of a starting point to a message. It's also a starting point to something very important. The creator told us, anytime you see a flag, you got to check it out. Now, there's obviously something going on right here. Now, I know this to be true. Around this area is where you're going to find, isn't this where Tulam is, right? Tulam, right here. Where's Tulam at? Or is it more south? It is more south, isn't it? Okay, all right. Then I don't know what the hell's over here, because I thought this would have been Mayan territory. But look, you can actually see a word written right there. I don't know what the hell that says, though. Anyway, point of story is I live in Southern California. Right here is Southern California. Damn it. Did it again. Son of a bitch. Where's my mouse? All right. So, I'm sorry. Right here is where there is a point. So I would love to go and try to find this area and find out where this is being held up at. You can see two very distinctive towers right around that area. I would imagine they place some part in holding something up that supports this grid. Now, I'm telling you, this grid and this map shows all the depictions of exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know what this area is per se, right? But to me, that looks like there's two pillars, maybe even the pillars of Hercules, which we've heard a lot about. And it looks like it's an entrance point of something. Now, there is always weird, anomalous shit here on the map. So I'm not going to throw too much of my heart and soul at that theory, because it's probably just, a flat swath of land like anything else. But I can't imagine why they would be showing you something that looks like a doorway. And how this is either an arrow, or let's say the tail of a dragon, or it could even be a T3RB, or maybe they're pointing you in some direction on how to get somewhere. Because look, there is something special about this swath of land. Well, it looks like a damn dragon's face. It has eyeballs on it. It has two big old fangs, or maybe the pillars of Hercules. It looks like it's elevated off the ground. I don't know why, because that's what confuses people the most. But the fact that it's got a trail, almost probably even like some sort of, what do they call those? Pilgrimage. Maybe it's like a small pilgrimage, There is the biggest walking road, I guess, walking path. It starts in South Africa and it ends in Eastern Europe. Eastern Asia. It takes something like 4,482 hours in order to walk. Wow. What is that? 4,420. I think it was 180 days. That's 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. So 6 months in order to walk this thing. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the story. I did the Appalachian Trail from Maine to Georgia. That took 3 months. I have done the entire Rocky Mountains. What? We got some folks in there. Who do we got? Lisa's in there. Okay, good. You sending them some stuff?
Yeah.
All right, good. What was I just about to say? So, done the Rocky Mountains, another 3 months. I've also done the Carpathian Mountains into Transylvania. That was a solid 4 months. That was a big one. Not only was it big, but it was very treacherous. A lot of animals I've never seen before, a lot of dangers that I didn't even know existed. Now, I am noticing something that is kind of alarming to me. Now, I've been showing you guys a lot of stuff that's been happening in my own backyard. A lot of entities, yeah.
Other structures. I said
A lot of entities and a lot of things that are happening with the trees and the plants themselves. Like they're actually taking shape into the forms of animals. They're taking shape into humanoids. They're taking shape into dragons and shit. It's not just happening to me, though. I'm noticing it on other people's videos. And I'm wondering what the hell's going on, because there's a lot of people out there that are taking videos now of these plants thinking that they are looking at entities. And they're scared, like, oh my God, there's a guy standing in my backyard. Dude, I'm going through the same shit right now. So here's the deal. What the fuck's going on, man? Like, why are our plants going haywire? Now, I want to point this out. This is right around the time. I don't know if you guys are hearing about this. The insects are disappearing in masses.
Oh, yeah. They're like watching them now.
Yeah.
Like studying them because they're really like disappearing.
We are losing all insects right now. Like they're just fucking up and dying.
Yeah, they're trying to find out, like, because they can't replicate them. They had this whole study about like how to replicate them, and they can't.
Yeah, they can't do it. So, I mean, I'm a firm believer, and I don't give a fuck. All right, don't like bugs, don't want them, don't need them around. And I'm also a firm believer in honey's not that great. I'm sorry that I can't live without it. Don't get me wrong. I love me some milk and honey. I love honey. But if I had to do a toss up, like, oh shit, bees, no more bees or no more honey. Fuck, man, fuck bees. Fuck sharks. Fuck raccoons. Fuck anything that bites. Okay. Fuck bears. I don't need those things in my life. Right. So don't look to me for sympathy. But what about the bees? What about the fucking bees, dude? What about them? But they pollinate. No, dude, they do that for their own selfish needs. And trust me, we have more than enough indoor farms that don't use bees, and everything's just fine, guys. I'm sorry. You're not going to find the sympathy from me. And like most things, it was a fucking lie in the first place. You know what I'm saying? We are weeding through all the bullshit. It's always been, it always will be. And I would say that it's all tied into some sort of geo weathering, you know what I mean? Where they're geoengineering, they're fucking with the weather. Next thing you know, well, no more bugs. Well, that's a horrible byproduct, isn't it? But sorry about your luck, bug. All right, let's go have a fucking picnic. How about? Anyway, yes, I am an idiot. I know that, dude. All right, so it is very, very. Oh man, what is that? It's supposed to be Coke or something?
Yeah.
It's so flat.
Why do we even bother? They think we're.
Of course we need bees. We definitely need bees. For what? You can make fucking honey yourself. Oh, what? Please tell me what we need fucking bees for. Let's hear it there, Poncho. All right. Tell me the whole fucking
There's your engagement.
Yeah, there's engagement. Please tell me. Tell me all about the germinations. Tell me all about the pollinating. Dude, go look at an indoor fucking farm one day. There's not one bee and it's all operating just fine with no pollination. But you needed to make, male and female plant. No, you don't. Sorry. We got that all figured out too, Ponch. You don't need them. Sorry. To pollinate. I knew that was coming. Sorry, dude. We've already gotten that one figured out as well. You don't need bees. Sorry. Next. Anybody? Anyone who's not going to say pollinating, because you don't even know what the fuck pollinating is anyway. You live on a farm. Of course you do. Sure, pal. Anyway, so if there's anyone else who would like to tell me why we need bees so bad, but you're not allowed to use the word pollinating unless you can actually use it in a fucking sentence that doesn't involve bees. All right? Jesus. You don't even know what it means. Come on, man. Like, you don't live on a farm. You don't know what pollination is. Get the fuck out of here. You're in the wrong place. No one. That's who it is. Another goddamn drone they put on here. Anyway. Got anything, baby?
No. I just there's a few people going on here now, so
Alright.
I'm giving them some beans.
I'm taking the night off. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop this thing in.
So
Let's
we are
finish
gonna
watching.
Switch over.
We are gonna switch over, but I'm gonna put the video back in. I have got another 2 hours on there if you guys are interested in watching it. There's gonna be a lot less involvement. I am going to sleep, motherfuckers. I'm tired. I've been up for days. And I'm gonna dream of pollination just for you there. I'm gonna study all week, dude, so I can be on your level because you're obviously so much smarter than I am. I hope to be as smart as you one day, farm boy. All right, we'll see you soon, fucking douchebag. Bye.
Out there and prove the sun is a structure for the last 3 years. Every day I look at the sun, the same structure is there. Can you explain that to me? Because it's in every one of your pictures, everybody's videos, and everywhere I take a video from any person in this world, the sun is the same structure on the same track. Can anyone explain that away? No, not to me. You can talk all you want. You might as well go buy a recorder and talk in it because I'm not listening. I see something. I see something. Okay? And you guys can see it too. You don't have to even budge on that. You can see that something's holding that structure up. Not only that, but it's holding it up from above also. This is massive. I don't know what that is, but it looks like some kind of reactor or some kind of electronic device that powers shit. I don't know what it is. Who the hell knows? It could be a gigantic ice machine for all we know. As we get closer and we pull the light up, you're seeing the building now. You see the windows in the building? These are windows, guys. Windows. Hello? Windows. That means they're right in view. You understand? Your eyes only see what they say. And I'm not sure if this is true or not, but let's entertain the idea of your eyes can see without any help about a mile away or more sometimes. If it's straight across. Without what? Without losing sight of the point of from your feet to your eyes. That's the focal point. That's your horizon. Your horizon is not the end of the land. Your horizon is your feet to your eye focal point. That's where it comes from. Your horizon changes as you move back and forward, okay? That's you moving, not the earth. All right, but you need help to see past that because your eyes can only see so far. Do you know why your eyes can only see so far? Because there is so much crap, right? Just outside the reach of visible light that it would change everything for everyone. The whole charade would be over if we could see past that mile. But we can't, and everything is in its reason and in its place, and everything is in its place for a reason. We can see so far for a reason. We are given so much information for a reason. We are stuck in a situation where we need to fight our way back to where we came from. Do you have enough in you, okay, enough faith in the Lord to get your way back and find that pinhole that he's opening for you? Okay? Do you know where your pinhole is? Do you even look up in the sky every day like we do? There's not a day that goes by, there's not a second that goes by when I'm out here in the sanctuary and I'm not looking up at the sky. I'm hoping to catch a glimpse of Jesus when he comes. I'm hoping, and I know all of us Christians will see this. I know it. You guys will not have to worry. Again, I'm going to say the most obvious thing. You don't have to look for Instagram, or he's not going to tweet when he comes down, right? He's not going to put out a YouTube video. So he definitely ain't going to put out a YouTube video with all the heathens over here. He'll never get the message out. Jesus is going to give that message directly to you. And you know why that comes to you? Because you are in direct contact with Jesus Christ every day. And guess what? That line, that open communication line is going to keep it open when he returns. And you're going to know firsthand. And you're not going to need an iPhone to figure this out. Electronics are the distraction. It's the way to get the spiritual evil into the physical realm of people who are walking around and are not focused on what they're supposed to be focused on in this world. Okay? Some people don't have that opportunity. That's why we are here. That's why we tell them all the time. That's why we see people. That's why they come into our existence. and then we start talking to them, and we've never seen these people before, but all of a sudden we have a dialogue, because why? We have one constant in likeness, and that's God. And when you're communicating with that divine trifecta, you are opening your communication lines to each and every one of you who are communicating. This is spiritual. We don't need telephone lines to hear each other, okay? This is going to become an obvious sign when he comes. You're going to know. Again, the deception grows farther and stronger to the ones who aren't accepting Jesus Christ. And there's the structures. But we're not done. Okay? We're far from done. As obviously you can see these buildings. Okay? And not only are the buildings there, but there's also structures. Look at the sides. Look at that massive structure right there that holds up the ceiling. Or something. I don't know what that is. There's something there. There's obviously something there. Every time we pull away the filter, we see more buildings in the back. And you can see it's starting to peel itself away every time I do it. Guys, I could sit here all day and peel this shit away, and this whole wall is going to come into view. And I've already done this. If you've been with me before, I've already done this before. From any feed you get from NASA, from any shot that comes from above, and you look down onto the Earth with this ISS thing, every one of those shots, they're blacking out the wall. If I wanted to sit here for the next hour, I could distort the shit out of that picture, the big one, but all these little ones will start to come into focus. There's obviously something back there, guys. Do you see the black part here that we didn't see? That's a wall. It looks like it's stuck to the wall. Look at it. Look, we didn't see any of this. This was not in the picture, okay, that I just showed you, the original shot. But every time he puts that video out, I get curious, and I have to go find out what's going on. Look how big this is that we didn't even see. Look at that. Are you looking at that? Because here's the picture. Let me go back to the picture again. Here's the original picture. Right here. This is the original picture. Okay? You don't see anything. I see that right there. It looks like it's attached to something, but you can't see it because it looks like they colored it out. You can see how it looks like it's attached to a wall, like a bracket. You see the purple coming into view now? Now you see it. Right there. And there it is. And don't look now, but now we have buildings on the bottom. Guys, that looks like a city. I'm sorry, but that looks like an absolute 100% city on top of our world. It just looks like a city. Now you see now that those structures are extending across this wall. You see how they're connected? It's not just the structures now. So the whole thing is connected to something. All right? See it? See as we peel it away? That's a huge ceiling or track or city or something or combination of both or everything. You can even see the purple coming into view right there. See it? I'm gonna edit this. See what we can do. Excuse me. As you see, when we accentuate this, watch, you can see that part of that pulls away little by little at the edges. And that means there's filter over it. That's what it means. The edges mean there's compression. You see how the edges keep raising as I pull the filter back? What I believe we're looking at is a wall. And you're not going to see the wall because they completely colored it out in every picture. And this is proof because as you pull it back, you can start to see the compression lines and everything starts to come into view. And you can see that these are massive buildings. on the perimeter of our world. You explain that. Can you explain that? These buildings up there? Because no one can explain that. You send that to NASA and ask them. You'll never get an explanation for it. They'll just tell you it's distortion. Or you're just, you're seeing like a mirage. That's their favorite word, isn't it? When you see something that's true that they won't want you to see, it's a mirage, right? It's your mind. It's your mind. Don't worry about it. Go have another cookie. All right? Go eat another Happy Meal and shit. Go get fat and disgusting, and we'll put it all over TV. We'll make the United States look like shit is what they do. I tell you, they make this country look terrible in the media. Jeez. Not that it isn't, but there are a lot of good people, and there's a lot of good things going on in this world and that God drives every day that you never see on that evil news, man. They'll never put anything good on there. They don't want you to believe that the world is good at all. They want you to believe everything that they say. They want you to one day to believe. They want you to be so scared that you can't even walk out the door every day without bulletproof vest. It's such a lie, guys. Most of the crime that you see on TV and in the national news is shit that they act out. Okay, they don't put out the real crime because it doesn't fit their agenda. It fits another agenda, and people won't get it, right? So they'll completely kibosh the real stories and then make something up that's similar that goes with their agenda. And they'll bring actors in just to do it. And they'll do it right in an area where a crime really happened. These people are unbelievable, man. They control everything, every piece of information that you get. Every piece of information you get is controlled. And it's planned out, okay? The information is also planned out over periods of time. So again, and I don't even want to get into it. I'm not even going to talk about the Mandela effect, guys. Come on, man. You guys gotta get logical about the Mandela effect. You are contradicting yourself if you say time doesn't exist, okay, and then the Mandela effect does, okay? Think about that statement for a second. If time doesn't exist and they fake time, you can't go back in time, you can't go ahead in time, you can only be present in time. So if that's the case, then the Mandela effect doesn't make sense. It's a contradiction. Okay? Now, if you have other things you want to say, I can tell you. If anything you say to me, I can give you some kind of I don't know, whatever it is, I can explain.
What's up, my good people of the book, the tube, the this, the that, the everything else, and everywhere in between. This is your boy Boog, and this is your answer to everything when it comes to the movement of the earth, the rotation, the spinning, all the bullshit. We're gonna take care of it right now, here, and we'll knock it out the park, I guarantee it. Now, I've been saying for a long time that if you ever wanted to disprove the movement of the earth, all you need is something simple like time-lapse photography. So here it is. Some of the best time-lapse photography I could find in the NASA archives. Of course, we're going to use NASA against NASA, because that's what you do. Now, first things first, I just want to point out and brag to you about how easy this is going to be to stuff this up their asses and then back into their face. Now, I call this the holographic canopy. The reason being is, well, if you haven't noticed yet, there's only one layer of stars and lights. Now, why would that be? Because it's a holographic canopy, dimwit. Pay attention. The kid stuck it. Now, look at it. There is a sheet of lights literally spinning in a circle, spinning around what we're supposed to believe is our northernmost star. Now, I think I've proved that a million times. First off, it's not our northernmost star. It, too, is spinning around something else. A heavenly body. And does it really matter? It's not real anyway. From this photo alone, you can see, without a doubt, that all of this shit lays on a flat plane. Now, not only is it laying on a flat plane, but there's some very strange alignments here. Ones that, well, line straight away with certain stars, or at least we can only assume they're stars. I mean, they are dots that are not moving at all throughout this photo. Now remember, in a time lapse, the camera is open, its iris, for minutes, hours, seconds. It really depends on the photographer and what they're trying to achieve. Now, something like this is pretty standard. You can bet that the iris was probably open for about 1.5 minutes on each shot. You figure, I don't know, probably a collection of 300 shots over about 3 hours, 2 hours to 3 hours, something like that. This is how something like this is achieved. It's about a 3-hour time lapse at 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds per shot. Somewhere around there. I only know because I've done this about 1 million times. What I haven't done is caught it at this angle. Now, I'm not even sure something like this would be possible from here on Earth, but I believe that's part of the plan, obviously. Now, looking at this machine that we can obviously see in the sky, if it's real, if it's actually there, if this is what was taking the photos, it has to be attached to something, because nothing that's free floating in a zero-G environment could stay still enough in order to take these shots with.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next video.